Desmond. If you ever been alone, girl, you know, you need someone by your side. I'm right there with you. Feels like a dream. You turning me to a man. And I'ma give you all this world. Cause the way you make me feel, I know it must be real. I hope we
Welcome back to the Underdog Up podcast. I got another episode. We doing stuff a little different. I got my nigga RSL Hundo in the building, and he brought a special guest. Tell us who you brought.
Hey, so I got my boy Desmond. Go ahead, tell him.
Desmond, aka Desmond, out of South Carolina. Y'all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And also, I just want y'all to know that today, this is just the beginning. This is the rise of Desmond. So it's a lot of things that going to be happening in the future. But y'all stay tuned. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
From the Underdog Up.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
I appreciate y'all.
How did y'all meet? Because my brother brought you to me, and I heard your music. I really fucks with it, and he stamped you. So
we met in Colombia. It was 5 years ago, of course. And me and my homeboy Ray Will, we was performing in Colombia at the time, and then Shoney was trying to sign us and everything. So it was one time me and Ray started performing on the floor. It was a song called "Don't Let Me Go," and then my man's right here, he started flowing with it, and he was like, "Man, yo, y'all cool as fuck." So like we started clicking over time, and chatting it up. And we were supposed to do a song before, but times was. But nah, we gonna definitely work together though, for sure, for sure. This my dog right here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time I was a DJ, so I'm trying to see what artist supposed to be on the thing. His name wasn't one of them. Ray Will was.
okay.
And when he had brought him up to do another song, I was feeling it. I ain't gonna lie. I got an ear for good music.
And he a singer too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And it stood out amongst a whole bunch of rappers. And he the only R&B artist in there. So, yeah, we had linked up from there talking about the contract and stuff. They tried to get us to sign.
Hell yeah.
Remember that conversation?
Yeah, all right. Exactly.
That's funny, boy. Ain't no way.
Hell no. Hell no.
For the contract?
Right, yeah, boy.
What they talking about?
No lawyer needed. No lawyer.
Right.
That's what they said?
Well, no, you can read it.
Okay.
That's a good. It's a reminder to let you know what a 360 really look like.
And at the time, like, I wanted to be out there, be an artist and everything. And at the time, it made it sound good, but looking back on it now, like, hell no, like, nah.
Yeah,
but
it was a promise on this feature on a beat that I don't think nobody want. And then it wasn't even like a real one. It was like a recording of it. Like, I don't know, like.
What is they doing?
A feature, like,
I ain't know what they been doing.
It was a good game plan, though. I say that.
Yeah,
get people.
It sound like a good game plan.
I hate when people do that though. I don't like stuff like that.
You see the contract? It was like poorly made. Like,
oh, so y'all was okay. So tell us where you from.
Well, I'm from Manning, South Carolina, born and raised, small town, and I'm 32 years old, and I wanted to be a singer ever since I was a kid. I grew up in a home. It was a religious battle in the home, but my mom was a Christian in church and still is to this day, of course. And when I was a kid, my mom used to put me on the choir, and how it started from there. I was in a group with my family, and man, it was one time everybody just wanted to hear me sing at one point in time, and I remember because it felt great at the time. And then I wasn't the leading singer at the time. My cousin was. But no offense, he could sing, but it wasn't like how I was. But at the time, I just wanted to let people hear my voice, and I was also a praise dancer as well back then. So I mean, hey, when you staying with parents in the home, you got to obey the rules and everything. So, and then when I was in high school, I remember it was like a talent show going on in my senior year, if I'm not mistaken, and one of the guys told me I should join the talent show. And I was like, man, I'm not about to join the talent show. Ain't nobody want to hear me sing. Even though people made a joke and say, oh, he can sing and this and that. At the time, I was young and nervous, man. So I remember I did the audition. And one of the teachers was like, hey, you in the talent show? And I said, for what? And then when I told one of the guys, and they was like, "Oh, this nigga about to be in the talent show. He about to sing and shit." I was like, "Man," and I had to figure out like what I was gonna sing. And at the time, my cousins was like, "I think you should sing a song, If I Was Your Man by Joe." And as I sang it, and I was like, okay, because I remember one time I had a crush on a girl on that song. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sing that shit at the talent show and see what people feel that. And one day people would start feeling it and they start clapping their hands, and it just made me want to just be a singer from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So being an artist um is a lot of pressure because you don't know who would like your song and who would hate it.
Yeah.
And I used to be nervous about that, like worrying about what people think of my songs if they hear it, trying to be somebody that I wasn't, but now it's like I'm more comfortable with who I am as a person, Why, sing when I started singing was I started listening to other people's like other artists' songs like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson or like Beat It, Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. Listen to Omarion. What that song he cause that nigga was dancing on that song, Touch.
Touch,
Yeah,
yeah.
Touch. And I was listening to that and I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And then Mario, I can hear your heart crying out for me.
Yeah,
like
right.
that right there made me want to like sing like Mario.
Yeah.
But other artists is like Usher, Mario, Chris Brown, Marion Neal, all those guys really open doors for like young guys like me. The pillars
Inspired you.
inspire me.
Yeah.
So, everybody go through things in life, even though the stories of what you hear is not good. But as far as his music, like, yeah, I fuck with R. Kelly's music. You know what I'm saying? Like, what that one song I remember I used to sing a lot. I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
That's my
Jesus.
shit. That's my shit. Cause Space
That's my
Jam.
shit too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Space Jam at the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy. He gets no play, am I right?
Yeah.
I fuss with the music though.
Yeah, his music now. Hey, you can't deny his music
Yeah,
now.
music and
Yeah,
him.
that's one of the
Yeah.
that's one of the greatest
Bruh.
artists of all
Right.
time right there. You know what I'm
Bro, you
saying?
can't deny none of those hits.
And I like New Edition. That's another reason why I
Yeah.
like music, because New Edition.
What about Boys and Men?
Oh
Boys
man.
and Men, yeah, they did
Oh man.
stamping that. They
Classic.
did.
Classic.
They did.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. Even though Bobby Brown had some problems back in the day,
Yeah.
that Joker hell, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Out of all those cats. But Bobby had some great music as well, like for real, like Prerogative. That was another song I had like too.
See, I'm a Temptation type of person.
File.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
how they did their music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Temptation.
Like, when
And you know what's crazy?
Oh,
Like, I think it was like sometime last year. I never used to watch Temptation until like it was my first time last year watching.
bro.
Yeah, honestly,
Man, listen, man.
I swear to God.
I
Like,
watch that every time.
With David Ruffin?
TV, boy.
yeah, David. Yeah, that man. Whew, yeah, that man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause my cousins used to talk about David Ruffin all the time. Cause I remember one time they was trying to be like a group like Temptations at one time, and I think they used to call me like that. What's the artist's name again? Ruffman? Yeah, Dan Ruffman. Yeah. So they tried to call me him, and then it was like, what the hell is Dave Ruffman? I ain't know who the hell is
He was
Temptations.
the leader of the group. In
Yeah,
the
I seen it.
He wasn't even the leader though. He just had like
that was his
crazy.
mentality though. Like
Yeah,
he
was the lead
felt like
singer
that.
at one point.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is the other group that I like? I think they had I think it was B2K at the time.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, those guys were great too by that time too. So, but
I did like all their music. I did
yeah,
like all their
Marion was with him at the time. But like I say, nowadays as an artist, it's a lot of pressure. Is because like I said, you don't know who will like your music and who don't like your music.
Yeah.
But just stay true to yourself. That's what I always tell anybody whoever asks me any advice. Just be true to yourself. Because one point in time, I was nervous, man. Like singing in front of crowds, I was just nervous because it's like I want to show the crowd like who I am.
Yeah.
But now it's like I'm not like that anymore. Like I'm more free to be comfortable with who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? And what really brought me to this dance was really my grandmother, Margaret Morris, I love you. This your grandson out here today doing his first interview. When she see this, she gonna be like, Desmond, for real? But nah, it's just because of her. She really inspired me. I remember one point in time I was down bad, and my grandma was always there for me, helping me through whatever. Even though at the time when my dad and my mom didn't help me, my grandma always told me, Desmond, keep pushing, keep going. You'll get there one day. Like, don't get discouraged. Pray to God, cause God will always guide you in the right direction. You know, like I said in the beginning, my mom and dad. My dad was a Jehovah's Witness.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's a Christian. My grandma's a Christian. And I'll tell you, when my grandma prays, her praise comes like I swear to you. And I praise this woman to this day. Like, that's my heart.
Mm-hmm.
If anything happens to her, like, I don't know what I'll do with myself, really. So
So what are you? What's your spirituality as far as what you believe?
I believe in God. You know,
Yeah.
um, I started. I was a Christian when I was a kid. You know, like I said, my mom was a Christian and I was a
Yeah.
Christian. And then I used to always, from one end, go to the church, and then with my dad to the Kingdom Halls, and
Yeah.
you know, listen to the talks and the witnesses, and it really are. I ain't gonna lie, they really are some great people. It's just that the time my dad tried to force me to be something that I wasn't, and I don't like that. Like,
I
let me
think
be
that's
myself.
growing up for all of us. So really, I feel like
Right.
ain't nobody. We don't get like a choice in front of us.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and me personally, like, that's why I always tell myself, like, looking back then, like, it was great at those times, but
Yeah.
getting older now, and you start to realize, like, what do you want for your life? Because
Yeah.
I've always wanted more for everybody else, but what do I want more for Desmond? Like, what Desmond wants. And one of the preachers one time before, it was last year, he asked me, he said, I'm hearing you speaking about everybody, your family, your exes, and all this, but what do you want? What Desmond
Mm-hmm.
wants? And what Desmond wants is, Desmond wants to be the best. Desmond wants to be one of the greatest R&B singers of all time. And I'm going to get there, through thick and thin, hook or crook. Like, I'm not out here for the money. I'm out here for the love of the music. And I want to inspire those kids out there who's ever going through whatever relationships or family issues. I want to inspire them. I don't care about the money. The money doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I could go out here and work and make my own money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could go out here and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Grind 9 to 5 if I have to.
You just
But
want your music to inspire.
exactly, I just want to be inspired by others, man. That's why I'm here today. Because at the end of the day, no one else is no one else is gonna do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself.
Well,
You already
Because I
know.
mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't think he's getting out though.
I don't think
I
he
don't
getting
think
out no
he's
more
getting
neither.
out.
yeah,
The
that
Indy
shit
out here
over.
just doing TikTok like she just think he gonna get the fuck out, bitch. She's not getting
Right.
out.
Yeah, like,
That
for
shit
real.
over.
That
It
shit's
is.
crazy.
That shit dead, bro.
That shit, like, these rappers and celebrities, man, it's weird nowadays. Like, y'all out here actually doing these crazy ass crimes,
I
and
know that shit crazy.
thinking that just because you got all this money, like, people ain't gonna find out.
They
Like,
really stupid as
They
hell.
money can influence a lot of
No, they're
things,
really
but
stupid as hell. They're really
right.
stupid as
they
fuck.
trying too hard to prove that
Yeah, it is.
what they talking about is real.
But it's
Like,
not.
is it
We
worth?
think y'all smart, and the whole time they signed a bunch of dumb motherfuckers for real.
Exactly
Something
my
wrong with
point.
everybody.
Like, come on, man. Like,
Cause once you get that big, why the fuck is you still doing dumb shit like that? Why do
and,
you
and you got
you
all
can have
this.
Some
beef?
people
I don't. I
wrong.
guess I can understand like people not liking you, but like beef in the streets, like come on.
You work hard for everything that you have for you to be out here doing this crazy shit. Like,
Like take it
that's
for the
not,
fuck.
as an artist like me, young, looking at that, like, I don't want to be like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm one day I want to. The only reason why I'm doing this music thing, honestly, because I love it. But if I have the money to support my family, you know what I'm saying, wife or kids, whoever they may be,
Why risk it?
why risk it? Why sit there and put yourself in that position where you know for a fact, like, you're gonna get caught up one way or another. Karma's gonna come back around you, whatever way you see it.
Yeah.
So I don't, like I said, me up and coming artist and looking at the world nowadays, it's just weird to me.
It is.
And it scares me because one day I got to be out here showing my face, and then people may sit here and criticize me and say, "Hey, Desmond out here doing all this, Desmond, rah, rah, rah." Nah,
Right.
like, I'm not about to be like out here. Like I said, I'm performing, I'm going home. Now, if it one day me and my wife decided, hey, go out and have a dinner or something, or go to a bar or whatever and go party, yeah, I'll party with my wife. But other than just being out there and just
I
like,
think it's more so like people coming at you once you get like to a certain level in the game. Like it's motherfuckers coming at you, trying to get you to do certain shit. Might
Yeah,
get you like under the influence so they can get you on camera and start blackmailing your ass. It's like a
something like
whole
this.
thing.
come on,
So
like,
if they coming at you on some shit like that, it's either you gonna sink or you gonna motherfucking swim.
right,
Cause
and
that shit
Yeah, that's
gonna
gonna be difficult to
I'm
deal
not
with.
about to be
yeah.
out here like selling my soul to
Right,
no
right.
damn devil, and I'm not about to be out
Yeah.
here coked up or out here drugged up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out here to inspire young people like who I am. I want to be able to inspire the next generation and show them like be who you are, but don't be out here trying to pretend to be something that you're not.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather for y'all to hate me who I am than to love me to somebody that I'm not.
But you'll actually go further being who you are.
Right, exactly. You got to be
Staying
yourself. You
true.
got to stay because if you don't stay true to yourself, then what makes you think you could be true to someone else? You feel what I'm saying? So that's just the thing about me. Like people may look at me like, oh, he's just an artist and he just out here being cocky or whatever. Like, no, I'm an artist because I love being an artist. You know, I'm an actor because I love being an actor. Now, if y'all feel the way y'all feel, that's y'all. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna walk my own path. This is me walking my own path. Cause every single time I hear like people say, man, you can't sing, man, you lame, or you corny, you act like you a gentleman. Like
You would be if you ain't doing the shit that they
yeah,
doing.
exactly. And I don't like to follow the crowd. I like to
Yeah.
follow my own wave, you know, and
Those are the weird people. Those are the lames.
right. You know, I've always now be honest
Yeah,
with you. I
see,
ain't gonna sit here and lie. Like there were times when I wanted to fit into some crowd and be like, you know, I'm the cool guy. Like, I mean, that was me back in the day. But growing up now, I'm looking like I got my fellas right here. You know that are with me today. You know,
yeah,
I wish I had my other brothers with me, but I understand what they go through because they got families, they got kids, you know, but at the same time, like it's about who's there for you and who's not, if that makes sense.
right.
Right.
You know, I wish my family members was like supporting my music and everything like that, but you know, some maybe not.
But
See,
you
You know what I
say
that
you
mean?
come
gotta
with it
create your
though.
own wave. Gotta
Hmm.
create your own wave.
That
Hmm.
come with it though, cause you gotta prove to everybody, even yourself. You gotta prove to everybody that you actually doing this shit. Cause ain't nobody about to support you
Yeah.
just because you said it. Like
And,
ain't nobody about to do that.
and you know what, man? It's crazy because it was one brother of mine I was cool with, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what's going on with him nowadays, but he used to tell me all the time, man, he's like, man, even if I'm not here, bro, keep pushing, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Because at the end of the day, man, I don't want nobody taking advantage of you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I like to work with everybody. You know what I mean? I work with you,
right.
anybody, any artist. But if we're going to do a song together, it's got to be like all in one, like a foundation. I don't want to
Yeah,
just be in it, just be in competition.
yeah,
In the industry, it's competition. Yeah, it's ego, but it doesn't have to be that much of an ego. Like you make music just to inspire people, not to sit there and bring people down. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, have
Bashing people and shit. Like,
exactly
I don't know
like
when it switched. It switched
exactly.
quickly.
yeah, they
Hmm.
bash females now.
It
They
used to be like that.
bash and
You know what I mean?
bash shit
Like
anyway.
you got
Yeah.
relationships where you know it's abusive, verbal abusive, and
Yeah,
like me, I, I
yeah. How
like
you is as far as like relationship wise, like what you doing right now, type shit. Like,
well, I mean I've been in the current relationship recently, and you know what I'm saying, and it was great, it was good, but then it got down a little rocky over time. But I just don't want to sit there and say like it's entirely her fault. But what I say is that we both were in a position where we could grow, but then it just felt like, you know, what can we do, or were we meant for each other, or
yeah, y'all came from
was
that
it
crossroad.
right when we came in that exactly when we came in that crossroad. And I felt like we could have been better at communication. I felt like we could have been better at understanding one another,
Yeah,
but I felt like it was just pride, and me personally, whenever you try to be the bigger person and you show that person like, hey, you're trying your best to be there for them,
yeah,
and they see like, oh, you doing this, you doing that, you showing me something different. That's not me showing you something different. This is me letting you know like I'm here, but I have time for myself as well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
What if one day I want to go out and chill with my boys? Or what if one day I want to go to have a drinks or whatever? Come with me.
See, that's two masculine energies bashing right there. That's all that is. Cause y'all both can't be alphas.
Exactly.
Y'all,
And oh,
I don't
you
know.
good, bro.
Nah, cause I don't know, like whether or not you would let a female take the lead or if you the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
man, I grew up. My grandma always told me, the man's always supposed to pay for the dinner.
Right.
The man's supposed to always provide for the household.
That's a
You
good
know what I'm
one.
saying? And me working right now, you know, like I'm working. If I'm bringing the money home, if I'm bringing the income,
Yeah.
I mean, wash the dishes. You know, have the food ready.
So what you do in a situation as far as like if the like you doing all that with the money,
I know
but
you
Well,
you got
jumping up and down.
hey, hey, no, bro, I'm about to go deep into that, but
All right.
like you the breadwinner, and then you like got a female that's still
and having a female like that in the home, I know exactly what you mean, now. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, like if I'm the breadwinner and I'm
I
bringing
want to
it,
hear this.
if I'm bringing the money home,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
If you're
I'm gonna be honest, like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like
traditional, you on the traditional shit.
right, like
Got the
I
water
want you
and
to,
shit.
I want you to be like when I come home from work, you have like some lingerie on or some shit. Like I walk through the door, like you already looking all bad as hell. Like, and then for me, I want you to also be like have the food on the table ready for me. You know what I'm
Not the
saying?
food on the
And
table.
then have my shower ready.
Well,
You
if
know
you
what I'm
supposed
saying?
to
Shower ready.
well, if you supposed to buy the food because you're
Shower
breadwinner, ain't no cooking
ready.
going on.
No,
Ain't no
like,
cooking going on.
Hey, I
You
used to do
supposed
that
buy the
though.
food.
but I'm
I used to do that. That was before the ring too. That was before the ring.
and
That's
I
crazy.
ain't
Which
gonna
is
lie.
crazy.
I ain't gonna
Crazy
lie,
fucking work.
like
Man.
like make me feel like the man of the house. Cause if I'm going out here and I'm telling you like, all right, baby, go and get your nails done, go get your hair done,
Oh, of
like
course, yeah.
go no for
No
real,
problem.
like I swear to God, like I'm that type of dude that I'm an old type of fashion dude when it comes to dating. I'm not like all these guys out here gang banging all this other shit. You feel me? Like you know, getting that easy money, but I feel like it's about taking on a date, like going to the movies, going out to eat, you know what I'm saying? Or if you don't want to go back home, shit, we get a suite for the night. Shit, I'll put flowers in your bedroom.
Okay,
I'll
now
put
you
the
wasting
roses.
money.
Uh-huh.
Take your ass home. We better do
I
that.
mean,
Sorry, I'm playing. I'm joking. Whatever you
hey,
want to do.
it's just how it is at the end.
Yeah.
Put the rose petals right there on the bed or on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some type of shit. But that's just me. You know what I mean? Like,
That's some truth.
The Diddy shit is. Everybody should be honest at this point.
now
After
that
Diddy,
motherfucker there, that
after
nigga,
that,
hell.
Too slippery.
Ugh, that
the
was
Jay Z
hell.
shit, and everybody looking at Beyonce different. Like this is a very big shift in the industry right now,
Everybody
and
know. If one
we
person
should take
know,
aliens.
everybody around, y'all know
Like,
too. Y'all ain't about to say tell me
like
though.
what
Yeah.
the fuck make you?
That's the same reason why niggas get caught up, right? Because you've been
Yeah.
around, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk, we can get this person. Because
And
we
Jay Z know the
your ass
same
been on
damn thing too.
No.
He
right.
damn so do. On God.
And everybody like, oh, it can't be. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Why y'all think that? Why do
Like,
y'all
come
think
on,
that?
man.
Yes, it is. It's true.
That
Why
man.
would it not be
But
true?
Diddy hell though. That nigga hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That nigga been too
No
cocky
Diddy
with it. That's why.
at
Yeah.
all.
That
that
nigga been cocky.
nigga exactly.
Someone know Diddy.
No Diddy. Please
Man,
keep away from me.
I tell you,
On God,
dibble dabble
because you will get your ass smoked.
by the diddler. He was alive.
Okay, bro.
I know, cause that shit tripped me out. Cause nigga swole as shit.
Man, listen, bro.
That nigga was
Listen.
alive like an R&B singer. It's crazy.
I used to work out like crazy back then. Like, you feel me? Like it just like I used to play football, I used to play basketball. Like, man, I used to work out from like 8 at night to like 12, 1 in the morning.
Dang.
That's how
And then
crazy it
go to
was.
school.
And then like go to sleep a little bit. Cause like one it was crazy
Come on,
one
go to sleep
time.
a little.
Like it was crazy one
You
time,
play
right?
basketball before work.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Same shit.
I got it on. I could.
It was crazy one time, right? I remember I was working out and one night my dad got up and was like, what were you doing up late at night for? Like, what was you doing? I'm like, bro, I'm just working out. And going to school the next day, I was so tired in class, like I ain't even focus on work. Like I was in social studies class, that's what they call it. But I was in there, and I was like fucking dead to the world, boy. Like I ain't know what was going on. I said, man, I can't keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
But it was just more because I like to work out a lot because of the fact that I was going through some rough times,
Yeah.
like dealing with a father's issue in the home and pretty much using to get bullied a lot back then when I was a kid. And
So you want swole back then?
well, I was shit.
How the hell you pick on the swole nigga? That don't even make
No. I'm talking about. Like when I was a kid, like I used to get bullied. But then when I got in high school, I was like, man, fuck that. Like I'm tired of shit. Like
Take
I ain't.
niggas to headlocks and
Yeah,
shit.
man. It was one time. It was one time. It was crazy. I remember I got into a fight with this guy back in high school, man, and he threatened my brother at one time, and
Yeah.
I told him like, bro, like you got going on with my brother, you know, and when he kept telling me, he was like, man, I ain't got time for this. I just decided to just black out and hit the motherfucker. And then
Yeah.
we just bamming it out right there by the band room, I think. We just bamming that shit out. And then next thing you know, everybody was like, damn, this nigga Desmond going hell right now? Like, hell yeah. Like, nah, bro, I got tired of that shit. And then I remember one time me and my father, you know, we had our issues and whatever at the time. And, you know, I fought my dad once. And me personally thinking to this day, like, I shouldn't have done it, but as a kid growing up, it was just a lot going on at that time. And
Yeah.
I just got tired of it, man. Like getting abused and verbal abuse and
Yeah.
you know, and then going to school and next thing you know, kids just picking at you and you young, you don't understand like what's going on.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like I say, music is therapy to me. And
Yeah.
it makes me express who I am as a person and allow people to see like who Desmond Moore is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's basically why I do it. So it's a lot deeper than that. And then growing up thinking that you're gonna have a whole bunch of friends and people loving you, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel accepted by people and you get neglected by people. Just makes life thinking like, okay, you're a good person, but why are people disliking you? Why people are hurting you? Why people are treating you the way that you should be treated as with respect? You know, so
Mm-hmm. No, everybody ain't good though.
nah, nah. And I learned that over time. I learned over time, like a lot of people ain't good, but who I to judge? You know,
Yeah.
everybody has a life. Everybody go through things. People go through a whole lot of shit, but who am I to judge? Because I done went through some shit. You know, I've been homeless once. I've been out there trying to goddamn establish something, and you know, and at one point in time, I cried out for help, but at the same time, I learned like every day, like not everybody's gonna be there for you. Not
Right.
everybody's gonna support you.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned nowadays as a 32-year-old man, like I know nowadays, like not everybody's gonna be there for you, but you got to love yourself. You got to love yourself. And I love myself. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, having that support system really means a lot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So what's your like social media and stuff for everybody to
well
follow you and find
well
your
y'all
music?
can follow me on Facebook, Desmond D Moore. And Instagram, y'all can follow me as Desmond Moore 98. I got one or two Instagrams. And then my artist Instagram is Desmo. So y'all can follow that, and it's with the DEZ instead of the SMOE. So y'all follow that as well, and then on TikTok y'all can follow me, Desmond Moore #4. Y'all follow me on TikTok, and yeah, and then right now my YouTube, I'm gonna start content, so y'all start following that, watching that. I'm out here showing everybody my talents, you know, singing to others, you know what I'm saying, and just letting the world get the feel of R&B again, you know, because that's what we missing nowadays. You know,
Right.
we got
Yeah.
all these rap music and everything, but I just want to get the
Right.
R&B going,
We
you
need
know.
that soul back.
Yeah, that
We
soul back,
do.
exactly.
We do. Everybody want to rob and drug deal and get the
Right.
packs.
Exactly.
Learn how to
Tell
love.
us about this song that
Well, the song's called Not Alone. Um, I remember doing this song for a special someone, and she was from Texas. And I first met her, you know, she just had this wonderful spirit, man. I remember at one point in time when me and her first started talking, and she was going through some things in her life, and I wanted to be there for her and told her that you're not alone. You have someone that actually cares for you, someone that actually be there for you, you know. And when she sees that and hears that, that just makes her smile. And so, because I remember one point in time I was alone
yeah.
when I wanted someone to be there for me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I'm a good dude. Yeah, I make mistakes, I have issues, but I wanted someone to be there for me. So I can understand her issues at the time. And, you know, I met up with her family, and they're great. And then it just started from there. And that's when the song Not Alone came to be. And it's really to inspire everyone, family, friends, relationships. That's basically what the song basically represents. If you see someone that's alone and you hear that they're alone, be there for them, no matter what.
Yeah. So we'll be back with the underdog performance by who?
Desmond.